What's up, y'all? It's BlackSouls, and today, well, not today, tonight, I should say. It's like 11 something p.m. right now. It's 11:07 p.m. and I decided to make a video on the Glendale archives. I've never watched this before, so this is gonna be my first time. We're gonna see what this is. At least I think this is my first time. Cause I mean, Blindfire was streaming and I'm pretty sure he was playing this, but I wasn't paying attention because I didn't want to get it spoiled for me. So let's do this.
Day 8 of squatting in this house. It's been really nice, actually. I've been able to sleep, shower, recharge. I even managed to get the electricity up and running. Not sure for how long. That means I have a working oven, which is really great. I try not to turn on any lights, especially at night, because I don't want to attract any attention to this house. But last night I messed up like an idiot. I leaned against the light switch and I turned on the living room lights and the house lit up like a jack-o'-lantern. Just for a second. And now this morning I see someone out in the woods, lurking around.
What the fuck?
It could just be passing by. It could be nothing, but, makes me nervous. I haven't seen him in a few hours, but it really makes me uneasy. So tonight, in addition to cooking my favorite meal, chicken parm, I'll be battening down the hatches, tightening the security, just in case whatever is out there isn't just passing through. First, I need to run out and get some groceries, so let's do that.
Where is he getting money from? Does he have a job? Margaret Bristol. I don't know where a Margaret Bristol could be. I know we don't have one in Sterling, that's for damn sure. I know we don't have, I don't think we have one in the 815, that's for damn sure.
Let's see. We need a few different things.
Are you gonna get a bev? Or did he already get a bev? You can't have food without the bev. What the fuck is that? What the hell was that?
You never know.
Damn!
So as I mentioned, I need to prioritize security in this house tonight. I've identified about 3 weak points where an intruder could breach our defenses, and each requires its own special security system, if you will. Weak zone number 1 is the furnace room window. There's no lock on this window, so I've set up a tripwire, and about 7 feet 6 inches away, the average height of a nester, I've strategically positioned a knife upright. When triggered, the tripwire will send the blade straight into the upper chest or the face. Weak zone 2, the basement door. Now, the house is settled pretty unevenly, making this door impossible to keep locked. If a nester enters through here, they'll hear a tape recorder in the next room playing my voice saying the following.
Is it that thing with the mask?
Don't hurt me. Don't come in here, please.
The recording will lure them deeper inside, right into a sensor-triggered assault. Weak zone 3, the porch passage door. Now this leads directly into the same basement door with the broken locks. When someone opens this porch door, the friction will strike matches against an igniter that I've rigged. The matches will ignite a portable gas tank that's been slowly leaking gas all night, so hopefully burning any nester who tries to breach that passageway. And I've also installed noisemakers on all the door handles, so hopefully I'll hear them coming, and I'll see them coming, and that these traps will keep them out. And I'll be able to sleep safely tonight.
Oh, shit! This is fucking insane.
I used to think I'd never go on a cruise, but then I tried Virgin Voyages. I used to avoid cruising for years.
Alright, I'm gonna fillet the chicken now. Alright, now I'm gonna tenderize it. This ensures that the chicken is gonna be nice and even all the way around. We're gonna put some of this chicken in flour so it absorbs some of the moisture, and so the crispiness will stick on.
Wait, what is he doing? Oh, I think he's baking it. I think that's what he's doing. If you're frying it, you're doing it the wrong way round.
Just get rid of that.
If you're frying it, you're doing it the wrong way round. You're supposed to do egg wash and then batter.
Next we'll dip the chicken in the egg batter. Now it's time for what makes the chicken good. Panko. Technically, the panko makes it like a chicken katsu. Some grated parm. That's going to caramelize really nicely on the chicken. Now some salt and pepper. Let's mix this all up. And now in the chicken goes.
I like this overhead view with the camera. I like this overhead view.
Alright, now it is time to fry these bad boys up.
You're doing it the wrong way round! The wrong way
It's not good to add the oil over an open flame, but I don't know, I feel like I'm going to be okay. I'm going to get this oil nice and hot.
I'm not trying to be mean to dude, but you're doing it the wrong way round. You're supposed to do the egg wash and then the batter. I would prefer if you put the seasonings, if you mix the seasonings in with the flour. You're doing it the wrong way round. But I guess this is how he likes his chicken parmesan. I guess this is how he likes it. I guess.
Now you know the oil's ready when you dip the chicken in. It sizzles. Ooh, is that ready?
Well, no shit.
That is ready. I'm actually going to lower the heat. That's insane. Now, personally, I like when it's very golden brown. I don't like when it's too pale. I like when it's crispy. Very crispy.
Oh, wait, he got the same tongs I do. I have those same tongs. The tongs I have are almost identical.
Broil the mozzarella cheese on.
Okay, that works. Broil, yeah,
Alright,
for sure.
here we go. Now I'm going to throw this into the oven and broil it.
Yes.
I figured while the chicken parm is cooking, gonna set up my sleeping quarters for the night, make a fire, set up my sleeping bag. I was sleeping in the living room before, but to be honest, it's too far from an exit. And given that there was that stranger outside earlier, makes sense to be close to the exit, you know, in case anything happens. It makes it convenient, you know? Kitchen's right here, can make a midnight snack. So I'm gonna set up the fire for the evening. 3-layer base.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Wait, does he do it? How does he do laundry?
I'm so hungry, I'm so hungry. Full moon tonight.
Didn't you eat, nigga? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean you're so hungry?
We can't forget the sauce.
Didn't you
Particular
eat
sauce I
tonight?
found,
Didn't
it's
you
called
eat?
Michael's of Brooklyn. Tomatoes, fresh garlic, fresh basil,
Didn't you
Italian
eat? This
olive
man
oil,
literally made
oregano,
like fucking.
fresh parsley, salt, black
This
pepper,
man
and
literally
nothing
made
else
like
that says in big
3
exclamation
chicken
points.
parmesan cutlets,
You can't read that.
and he literally fried them. What do you mean you're so hungry? What do you mean? I'm so confused. Oh, he hasn't ate yet. That's what he's waiting for. He was waiting for it to finish.
And you always put the sauce on last so it doesn't get soggy. And of course, last but not least, basil. And that is it. Bon appetit.
Okay.
And that is it. Bon appetit. I'm so hungry. Let's see how this tastes.
It should taste good. At least.
It's amazing. I have not had chicken parm forever.
What's even happening in the Glendale archives? Where the fuck is everyone?
All that
Why
walking
is it
around today.
What? Why the hell is it just him and the nesters? Where the fuck is everyone else? Why the fuck is the supermarket in the afternoon? Why is that shit empty?
Got me hungry.
Like the lights are
That
still
guy
on and
really freaked me
everything.
out outside.
All the inventory is still there in their respective fucking aisles. Why the fuck is the shit empty?
I think that just
He was
that
the only
anxiety
one
just
in that
takes-
bitch.
Just takes a lot
Where the
out of
fuck
me.
are the cashiers at? Where are the butchers at?
I'm glad I made
Where are
it
the
too.
bakers at? This shit makes no damn sense so far. This
There's,
makes
like,
no damn
nothing like-
sense.
Really good chicken parm. Do you really?
Is he in like a purge? Is he in like a purge-like situation? Where there's not that many people left? Fuck my nutsages. Sorry. But holy shit, man. Hold on.
You have to tenderize it and flatten it out so it becomes more like a chicken cutlet. I haven't got like restaurants where you go and you get the chicken and or any dish and it's like not good. It's like you should be like should be losing sleep to make sure that your chicken is flavorful. You go to a chicken place and like the skin comes off the chicken, all the flavor's on top, it's in the skin. And then like the chicken itself is just like bland. You know, what do you do?
Yeah, I need to work on
I'm in
that.
this restaurant, I miss people cooking for me. Glad I learned a few recipes. Got this at the supermarket.
Oh, he got a bev. Nah, I'm telling y'all right now, y'all cannot have the food. Y'all cannot have the food without the bev. Real shit. Y'all cannot have the food without the bev. Real shit.
Man, I'm lonely tonight.
I mean, aren't you
Particularly
always lonely?
Just sort of missing some camaraderie, I think.
Well, what the fuck happened for you to be so lonely? What
Tell you
happened?
what I don't miss about people right now? It's feeling in debt to people. You know, emotionally more than anything. You know, being predator to other people's unresolved issues. Feeling obligated to give my time. I always would put boundaries around my time. And sometimes I felt like I had to lie to people because people can be really selfish with your time. If they thought that they could get more from you, they take it, you know? That's what I always hated about having a job. There was always this sense that when you work for someone, they expect you to they expect to squeeze every bit of time they can out of you because they're paying you, and they're not going to pay you for nothing. You know, there are people who believe that because they're giving you money, the money that they know you need to live, they can take advantage of you. They assume that if you need the job, you'll do whatever they ask, no matter how stupid or pointless it is, because after all, they're paying you. You know? I don't miss that. Money created this like really sick relationship with other people. Once someone gives you money, it becomes a trap and it's really hard to escape. You know, I used to hate having a boss breathe down my neck. Ugh. I'd work an 8-hour shift, and honestly, I'd probably only worked 2 of those hours. The rest of the time, I just walk around with my clipboard, pretending to be busy. I'd move quickly, you know, like I had somewhere important to be, just to look productive. That's what a boss likes to see. Motion. They want to see you doing something, even when the real work only took like 2 hours, you know. You know, if they catch you sitting, they get pissed. Even if there's nothing left to do, you know. So I'd fake it. I'd walk around, look busy, you know, make them feel like they're getting their money's worth, but they weren't. It's like they'd rather see you miserable and in motion than calm and at ease. Makes no sense. It's like they need to see struggle to feel justified in paying you. So I pretended, because if I didn't, I'd get shit for it, you know. And life is already hard enough, you know. You don't need someone coming down on you for being efficient, you know. Now I know if I said that to an employer or a business owner, they'd probably think I'm the worst type of employee. But I mean, come on, man. Do you expect me to care about selling bullshit plastic products while I'm spending my finite time being here? Yeah. Now, I know it wasn't my boss, personally. But it was what he represented, It was the whole system. Built so, like, rich people could get richer and everybody else sort of wastes their time. And maybe if I wasn't forced to make money, I'd have time to foster the skills that truly make an impact, but that isn't realistic, though, so. As much as I miss my family, they kept asking me to get a cell phone. I remember thinking to myself, like, no, I'm not doing that, Because once they knew I had a phone, I'd be available to them all the time. And I don't want to be available to people all the time. Sometimes I'd even lie. I'd say, I'm going to be out when I was actually going to be home, just so I had an excuse not to answer. And, maybe that's selfish. Maybe I just, didn't want to talk. Maybe I just wanted to be left alone. Getting a cell phone felt like it was inviting people into my life on demand, and I didn't want that. Just like, it's not natural for people to have that kind of access to another person. I don't know, that's at least what I think. And I know, it probably comes from an inability to disappoint people. Some would say, why don't you just say no if they ask, but I don't know, sometimes no doesn't feel like a complete sentence. If I said I wasn't available, they want a reason. And maybe the reason is I just, I don't want to talk right now, or I was planning to watch a movie. It sounds small, but it wasn't to me. It wasn't. Maybe that's what I needed, Feels like modern day communication was the thief of life. After a long day,
he's getting philosophical on our ass. Hold on.
Relax.
He's on to something. Hold on.
But saying I need to relax never felt like a good enough reason to fall short of somebody else's expectations. Even though it should have been. So I didn't ask for it, I just took it. And if I had to lie to protect that time, I did. Because I shouldn't have to justify wanting peace. And I know, that's avoidant. Maybe that was life challenging me to grow, but sometimes I just don't want to grow. Sometimes I just want to rest. Defeats the purpose of relaxing if I have to grow while doing it. Sometimes I want to say no to the challenge. Put a boundary around life itself, which sounds arrogant because it's impossible. And maybe it's a mirror showing me something about myself that, I don't want to see. My unhealthy desire to numb, my avoidance. Maybe it's showing me something deeper, I don't know. It's showing me something deeper, I don't know. Maybe the truth is I really was afraid I was incapable of connecting with other people the way I wanted to. And that I would never feel close to my family and my friends, not the way I wanted to. At least, and maybe that's why I kept telling myself that people only want to use my time. Because it's easier to believe that than to imagine that they actually wanted to spend time with me, get to know me. You know, some days the self-hatred really runs so deep, and I still can't picture people actually wanting to talk to me just to talk to me. It's safer to believe that everybody is a time-sucking vampire.
Damn, I really feel bad for this dude. I kind of feel bad for him. Damn. Damn, like you... I mean, shit, at least he's being honest. Man's literally admitted that he hates himself. At least he's being honest. At least he's being honest. Shit. I feel kind of bad.
Actually risk rejection.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know when I became so guarded. I never really felt safe around other people. You know, if something bad happened, I never felt safe enough to share the pain with someone else, so I faced it alone. You know, with nowhere to let it out.
You're bottling
Built
shit up.
Over years and years until it got so deep, I couldn't tell you where it began, or how to talk about it, you know? People would ask me, what's wrong? And I'd just say, I don't know. And I used to tell myself that when the pain gets great, when it gets great enough, I'll share. I didn't want to bother anybody. It just felt like, you know, it's not bad enough yet to burden others yet. And then one day, my brother died. And I still couldn't share the pain. That excuse to keep putting it off, it's bottomless. It won't end until I make a beginning. And that loneliness, it just breeds anger, blame, bitterness. I'd have given anything to let that go. I just didn't know how. So when I'm alone, I don't have to face any of that, you know? I'm not disturbed.
What the fuck was that? I heard some shit.
So anyway, I have my affirmation that I tell myself every day, and preparing me for when I see other people again. And it goes like this. I am likable and I attract genuine connection. So, I say that to myself every day. Pretty good, right? But when people enter the picture, everything surfaces. Resentment, worry, doubt, fear. Giving my time forced me to confront all of that. And it pushes me to speak up when staying quiet would just feel so much more comfortable and safer. So yeah. I'm protective of my time. Not how good that's doing me now. And it's really because anything that wants to take it.
Sir. There are nesters fucking around the crib. There are nesters fucking around the crib.
Also,
you gonna go check on that?
Up everything that I'm still trying to keep buried.
I mean, I know he has traps, but you don't have a weapon? You don't have a gun? Honestly, it's probably a good thing he doesn't have a gun, because there's a good chance he would have probably blew his head off. But that's neither here or there. Actually, I don't even know if he's suicidal. I don't even know. Shit, I know I used to be.
Anyway.
But that's neither here or there.
Alright. I think it's time to hit the hay. Oh, it's been a long long day. That was a tasty meal. Got it. 2 gins. Oh. Alright. See you in the morning.
Will he be okay? What the fuck is that?
What am I seeing right now? That's fine. That's definitely fine.
What the fuck?
Day 4, squatting in this abandoned house.
The fuck is that?
I haven't seen another person in 81 days. A couple days ago, I decided to suit up and head north into the surrounding hills. Alright, we're heading out, so I hope I don't die. I found a map here. Barely intact, but enough to help me navigate what was ahead. Man, it is very chilly out today.
Is that Dick's? Dick's Sporting Goods?
I also keep my CB radio set to directional and gives me some warning if there's some danger within 5 miles. So if I hear anything, I change course.
Yeah, I don't trust that. So I'm definitely gonna veer in a different direction.
The map led me to 3 different locations: the mall, an underground concourse, and some type of museum. Places that used to be crowded, you know. The suburbs are empty, that's for sure. Rows of houses, all vacant, so I thought, if anybody's still out there, they'd be here.
Okay.
When I reached the first location, I felt pretty optimistic. Promising.
Watch a Nestor be in there. Check him out some. Ah! Fuck no.
Unfortunately, I think this place is pretty empty. There's not much here. It really puts me on edge that I can see everything and there's really no place to hide here. Let me go see if I can find out where that sound is coming from.
I don't think you want to know.
see if any of these doors lead to a bunker full of custodians. I don't know.
That's no. That's a fuckload of nope. Don't go in there.
These are all locked. Well, I wish I had some quarters. Can't believe these are still running. Little helicopter. Man, this like really makes me hungry because there's a food court here. Makes me think of like Nathan's hot dogs or something. I could really go for one. Don't think that's gonna happen. No offense, but this looks like a shitty place to work in its day. At least I see no nesters.
What the fuck are nesters? What the hell even are those things? What the fuck is a nester? Real shit.
Getting closer. Seems like where it's coming from. There's absolutely nothing in there. That was a recording of someone who I think has been here in the past.
I mean, I don't see any nesters.
The FIFA World Cup is back, America, so jump on the bandwagon. Hey, Marshawn, hop on, buddy. I made you this.
Is that a lay?
A Lay's Lay.
A lay?
No, a Lay's Lay.
I love wordplay, so I'm in.
Yeah, looks good.
Up your credit score to up your ride. The better your credit score, the better your car loan. Establish credit with the Chase Freedom Rise credit card. Learn more at chase.com/rise.
I spent around an hour and a half exploring the mall. It was getting pretty late, and I needed to keep moving. I also saw a figure that I've encountered before moving towards me.
What the fuck is
calling
that?
Mr. Whiteout. He sounds
Mr.
harmless,
White.
but
Oh my fucking gosh.
I
What
don't
the
know,
fuck
something
is
in me
that?
just doesn't trust it.
No.
My next stop is a series of underground tunnels called Concourse B. I expected public transit, you know, trains connecting nearby towns. But instead, I found passageways linking offices, food courts, state buildings, things like that. With the parking structures below, it must have been packed with workers at some point moving beneath the city.
You can get really cornered in one of those kitchens, or else I'd fry up a deluxe. I don't think I'm going to go too deep into this because it's very maze-like, and I don't want to get lost and
my gosh.
not be able to get back outside.
Herbie's Burgers, what a fucking name. There's a coffee and cafe place.
Little painting. It's beautiful. Yeah, I should get out of here.
Oh, hell no. I heard that shit, hell no. You said you were gonna get
At this
out of
point,
here.
it was
What the
getting
fuck
pretty
are you
dark,
doing still exploring?
and I was 3 hours from home. I had a little fun on the way to the next location, and then, you know, I don't know what I was thinking, because it started to get dark out.
Woo!
It's like I lost 2 hours of my time.
I deserve ice cream.
Like, I was playing with my radio and acting like an idiot. It's too late to walk back. I was lucky. Some of the towns I passed through still had working electricity. I assume they're connected to some industrial-sized power center that hadn't yet failed. When I got far from the cities, the darkness was pretty blinding. I hadn't seen a landmark in over an hour, and, you know, out of the darkness now, it appeared. It wasn't ideal, but I needed shelter. At any moment, I could have run into a nester, so I had to do something.
Bro, are you fucking kidding me?
So I slept
What is
inside the
that?
enclosed slide. It was
What
not
the fuck is
comfortable,
that?
but it worked. When I woke, I continued on my travels. The last place I visited was the taxidermy house.
The taxidermy house. Wow.
It used to be a family attraction. Walking through it now, I kept mistaking the stillness for life. Everything looked alive, but it wasn't. Just empty forms stuffed with microfiber.
Hello, Mammoth. Don't worry. I'm gonna take your little cub, or whatever you call it.
Lily. We're going this way. Hold on, y'all. I had to take Lily out. But we back though. I had to take her out
Hello.
potty, but we back though.
Hey, there's some guys doing some work over here. I feel like this guy would really hate me if he was alive.
That is fucking creepy as shit. Wow. Why they look like that though? Why they look like that though?
Okay, I think we're leaving the jungle. What is this, like Aquatic World or something? One little room for the entire ocean. That's pretty generous. Ooh, Model T. Wouldn't mind taking this puppy out for a spin. Alright, I'm gonna get going.
As I walked home, I thought about nesters. I really don't know much about them. Only that they can shift from calm to hostile in seconds. Once they settle somewhere, infestation usually follows. I've encountered that. They look human, but something is off about them. Something is just not normal.
That's uncanny.
I'm glad to be
as
back
fuck.
home in front of this warm fire with this mug of hot cocoa.
Oh, hot cocoa. You fuck with hot
I didn't
cocoa
find
too,
anyone,
W?
no, but
I fuck with hot cocoa.
maybe tomorrow I'll head south towards the water. Anyway.
The
I
fuck is
decided to come
that?
up north last night. Just to get away. I actually found this place a while back, traveling from the city to Big House. Thinking about my recovery today. My recovery from bad habits, trauma, the grief. Just never feels like I'm doing enough for my own recovery. Especially now than my current circumstances where I feel such a lack of security that I don't have time to spend addressing anything that's going on inside. And now with the mirror of other people gone, I don't know. I used to see people judging my habits and I'd feel this pressure. You know, I gotta change something, but I can't. Or I don't want to. It's true, I don't want to. I wondered if anybody else felt that way ever. Like, you're addicted to something. I know it's hurting me and likely other people, but truthfully, I just don't want to stop. To say that I don't want to stop, it's terrifying, you know? To say that to another person is terrifying because it doesn't feel acceptable to say. You know, the truth is, I'm in pain. It's not getting better. And I don't want to work on it. But it's the truth, and the truth is the truth. I don't want to stop. I needed someone who could hear me say that, but I could never muster the courage. Because to admit that I don't want to stop something that is hurting me, it opens me up for what I fear the most. Being abandoned. You know, it opens the door for somebody to finally say, you're right. You're not worth it if you don't behave. But what is behaving anyway? You know, not inconveniencing you, not inconveniencing other people. I mean, this is me. Now, I mean, you can argue that in the face of addiction that it's not you technically, but the fear that drives me to it is part of me, whether that fear is real or made up. It's insane how I contorted myself. I twist myself into an acceptable version of myself for other people, everyone else. And who makes these ideals? These expectations that we're judged by? Hollywood? Religion? Or just general societal fear of repeating history? I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, shit. Society does kind of have a fear of repeating history, but a lot of the time they end up repeating history anyways. So it's like, what the fuck?
Of course, there are bad things out there. Objectively, I can't imagine anyone agreeing with intentionally or overpowering someone or treating someone less than human. I don't. But then I think about the things that we call bad but aren't. I mean, I don't think death, a natural disaster, fit that category. Death isn't bad, it's just unknown. It's just scary. A natural disaster is just Earth doing its thing. It's not acting with bad intentions. It just is what it is. Anyway, all this makes me think of who I molded myself to be for other humans. Also that, God forbid, I wouldn't be abandoned and left for dead. Look at me now. I mean, it happened anyway. I'm not so sure it matters anymore. I mean, I don't have to be anything anymore. I don't have to be a man, whatever that means. I can cry anytime, anywhere. I can be afraid without the worry of what it says about me. It makes me wonder why I didn't allow myself to do it earlier. Makes me wonder why I didn't just maybe pretend like people were gone all along. But then again, how can I learn to accept these things if no one is around to witness it? How can I be accepted for it and prove the fear wrong if there's no one there? I guess I'll just have to learn to accept it for myself. Anyway, we got a nester, 2 o'clock, so I'm gonna get out of here before it catches me.
What the fuck is that? What the fuck? Okay, there's the last one.
About a week ago, I decided that I had to leave the city. About a week ago, I decided that I had to leave the city. It's been forever since I've seen another human.
Where'd you see him? Or her?
The city was just getting way too dangerous. I was pretty much barricaded inside my apartment, except to occasionally grab some supplies.
nesters started showing up near my apartment. And then
What
another...
the fuck is that?
I realized it wasn't the place. It was my routine. So I had to leave. I decided to make my way upstate to my childhood home. It's deep in the suburbs. The population is obviously lower, so I assume there are less nesters. It's also vacant. It has been for a while, which makes it feel safer. Fewer places to hide, which means fewer reasons to move. No surprises. A lot of times I think I'm alone in a house, but I'm not. Being here, I feel safe. I feel somewhat comforted because I know the history that's in these walls. I figure if I'm gonna go down, I want to go down here. It cut my travel time in half if I walked through the mountains rather than around. But first I needed to navigate the interstate roadways. I never thought in my life that I'd see them this empty. It's brisk up here. Take a look at this. Eventually, nighttime began to set in. So it's getting pretty dark out, and I'm picking up a nester about maybe a quarter mile out. It's just getting too dangerous to continue on foot. I have to find like a mountain house or something. I know there's some up in these mountains. I just gotta find one, and I pray it doesn't get too dark because then it's gonna be impossible to see one. So there's nothing. There's absolutely nothing. Alright, I did take a look at my map, and I see that there is a clearing on the terrain just a ways up north here. So I'm gonna pray that it is not just a site for some previous architecture or something. I'm praying that it's a house or something, because it is not getting lighter. I gotta turn this thing off for a while. As luck would have it, I stumbled upon a house deep in the woods.
The fuck is Ghost doing in the Fanta commercial? I hope he didn't trap himself.
I guess this will have to do.
The house was warm and cozy. It was a safe haven in the midst of a snowy desert. Got a nice fire going. His signal's getting pretty weak, so I'd say he's probably about 3 miles out now. So I think we're safe here for the night.
I like these different angles and stuff. Oh my god, what the fuck is that?
The
What
next
the hell
morning
was
when I woke
that?
up, I couldn't believe the view that was hiding in the dark the night before. It had been a while since I'd seen anything that beautiful. I stayed for a while longer, took part in some activities that made me feel normal.
Break 19, this is Tricky Spinner, do you copy?
Eventually, it was time to leave. After a while, I could feel the air was changing. The trees were getting more sparse. The snow was melting a little. I was descending from the mountains. Before I knew it, I began seeing familiar landmarks. But the evening snuck up on me quick that day, and I was still a few miles from home.
Alright, I found it, a diner.
I sat for a moment, weighing whether it was worth turning on the electricity and opening up the kitchen. Since the kitchen and dining room had no windows, I decided it would be safe. I brewed myself a cup of French roast coffee. The warmth and familiar comfort of the drink lifted my spirits, easing me towards the promise of a long sleep in a warm building. I guess this spot is as good as any to park up for the night. I'm gonna sleep in this booth. I've slept in worse. Night. The next day, I headed straight for home.
The probability of me understanding this is 0.
You should AI that with Copilot.
Explain it to me like I'm 5.
Finally, I had reached a very familiar sight, the edge of my neighborhood. I had made it home. All right, my house is just beyond this hill here. So we're getting in early. I'm glad about that. I gotta move because it's getting dark. The sun is starting to set here. So here we go. Okay, I gotta be mindful of these. There are steps here. There could be a nester. So I really gotta be careful. There it is. Alright, I think I'm gonna go in through the basement. It seems like the best route. I had to be quick because I really didn't want a nester to see me approaching the house. Oh, please, younger me, have forgotten to lock this. Luckily, the window's unlocked. I've learned a preemptive approach to entering a strange building. I'll leave my CB radio with the volume all the way up. Let's back up and give it some room. If nothing comes, I generally know it's safe. I think we're good. I entered through the basement and gave it a walkthrough.
What the fuck? I hate basements. Why is this so
Furnace
fucking
room?
big though?
Better check the wine closet. All looks clear. Walking upstairs into the living room, I was struck by all the memories that flooded me. This is where we spend most of the time. Felt like time had left me behind.
I mean, shit, time can leave anyone behind. Real shit.
Gas doesn't work. I even found proof that I was once here. My and a childhood friend's name that we etched inside the wooden beams. That gave me a sense of comfort. I don't know why. Okay. This was my room. I better check this storage space. This was my brother's room. Used to look a lot bigger. Typically by now, we would have run into somebody, a nester. I'm pretty sure this house is clear, which is good. A lot of these homes are furnished, which means that there's more resources in the house. More resources just means more like trouble you can run into. Check the garage. Oh, I forgot about the attic. Okay, I think we're safe. So, this is a great place to nest right here because I can put a fire in this fireplace. I can cook some food on the fire because the gas stove's not working. And here's the big thing. Plenty of routes out. So I can escape through this big door. Plenty of windows. I can escape back through it onto the basement. Or I can go over here in the kitchen where there is 2 exits. I prefer not to go upstairs because that's a place where I've been cornered before. The main thing is there's nobody here. Anyone living here now. So that's good. And that means that I can park up right here. I got some bread, some cheese, some butter, some garlic, and I'm gonna get a good night's rest. And we'll see, maybe I'll stay here a couple days because there's a lot of other things around this area that I would like to scavenge for potential things. Could be some good stuff around here. It was getting dark, so I began setting up my room for the night. So it's nearly nightfall, so I think it's a good time to start building the fire. Now with the fire, I like to start with a 3-layered base, a 3-log base. This gives the embers a place to fall and continue to burn. Without a solid base, the embers just fall, hit the stone, and then they burn out. So this will help our fire last a lot longer. Our fire last a lot longer. Next, we're gonna build walls around the base. I like Lincoln log pattern myself. Usually I build these walls a lot higher, but I'm going to be cooking a grilled cheese on this later, so log on top. Yeah, you want to give everything a destination,
grilled cheese,
you know? The embers go down, the flames go up.
I love grilled cheese.
So next we're going to stuff the fire with some of the debris
I had 2 grilled cheeses a couple nights ago.
Birch wood. And of course, our faithful, some dried up leaves. So we'll put some in the sides, top here. This is a concoction actually my grandfather taught me. He was a farmer, and he was very, very skilled in woodworking and tractor mechanics, so he always had sawdust and old motor oil lying around, and one day he decided to combine them. And what resulted was a very slow burning concoction, and we called it fire starter. So sprinkle some of this on top, some in the entryways. Look at that view. That's a good old fire, I like that. I felt safe for the first time in weeks. And then I found it. Okay, it's nearly dark, and I'm a little freaked out right now because, like an idiot, I didn't check every nook and cranny of this place, and I found this. I found a nest. This is the room that I came in at. So like, I was just so damn eager to check the rest of the house that I didn't think to open this freaking closet.
I'm just like freaked out because it's too late to go anywhere else. I don't know if this is a live nest. It's like no wonder this window is open. There's a lock on the door upstairs. And I'm just gonna lock it. And lock all the other doors and it should be fine. Just pray that... I just pray that's a dead nest. It could very well be. I mean, that happens all the time. Just... It's just they never leave their sleeping bag, they never leave their pillow. I mean, why would you do that unless you were coming back? I couldn't let it break me. It was too dark to leave. I told myself I was old, inactive, that I hadn't done anything to wake it. I had stopped at the market along the way to get some ingredients for grilled cheese. Okay, so I have 2 slices of white bread, a few slices of cheese, and some butter. I also found a clove of garlic nearby, so I'm going to cut that up and mix it in with the butter. Let's start with chopping the garlic. So I threw that garlic all into my iron cast pan. I'm gonna add some butter here that's going to melt over the fire. Next, let's assemble our sandwich.
Damn, 3 slices of cheese for 1 grilled cheese? Okay.
Northeast winds around 5 miles per hour. Chance of rain 20%. Sunday, mostly cloudy. Highs in the lower 60s. Northeast winds 10 to 15 miles per hour.
Alright, so this fire has died down enough so I can throw the pan on with the butter and the garlic. We're gonna let that butter melt. This is actually a great level of heat for this butter. It's not too hot, not too cold. Gives the butter time to melt without burning it. Okay, the butter is nice and melted, so I'm going to throw the sandwich on now. Throw the sandwich on now. Cooking over an open flame gives the bread and the cheese a rich, smoky flavor, which you'd never get on a gas stove, which is nice, but it's tricky because the heat is intense and uneven, so you gotta be careful. The goal is to toast the bread and caramelize the cheese evenly, and it's delicious. Flip. Oh yeah. I tend to like my grilled cheeses a little overdone. I never quite understood why people don't like their cheese caramelized. I mean, that's like the best part, you know, when the cheese hits the pan and nicely. Look at that. That is a grilled cheese right there. That's gonna crunch.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's listen to this crunch. Woo!
Wait,
Yeah, that's
oh,
good.
so...
Oh. I can taste that smoke. This is hitting the spot. I can't wait to just get warm and toasty in my sleeping bag. I'm tired. I walked a lot today. Aside from the nest in the basement, which I think is dead. This was a pretty normal day, which I don't have a whole lot of those. Whatever potential threat that is beneath me in this house, this really makes up for it. Nice warm place to sleep. I haven't heard anything either.
I haven't heard anything in the basement, so that's good. I haven't heard anything in the perimeter. I like to keep my radio on. I keep my radio on for a few different reasons as I fall asleep. One, this is an omnidirectional antenna, and it has a 5-mile radius, so I can pretty much hear, you know, anything within a 5-mile radius, and then I can determine whether it's a friend or it's a threat. I can plan accordingly. Secondly is a lot of radio broadcasts run on loops, and they can be actually surprisingly useful. One of my favorite channels is the weather channel. Let's see if we can get it.
The dew point 54, and the relative humidity 86%. The wind was north at 5 miles an hour.
Yeah, so it's fully automated using unmanned meteorology stations around the U.S. And it transmits, you know, real-time weather data, so I can tell how cold it's going to be tonight or what the weather's going to be like tomorrow, so I can plan. And thirdly, I like the sound of radio hiss and radio static. It just helps me sleep. It's time for this man to hit the hay. I'm gonna hit the hay. I'm gonna leave this on right here. And stay alert. Good night. I left my radio running that night. It just made me feel safe. And I fell fast asleep.
Watch him get woke up by some shit.
I definitely hear something.
Don't go down there. Stop. Don't go down there.
Hello?
I swear I heard something, but I think I'm losing my mind. So just turn this off.
I want to extend a special thanks to our patrons who help sustain this archive. Welcome to all the new members. If you'd like to support this work, see unreleased footage, and help me determine what footage is released next in our subject story, you can find the link below. As always, stay vigilant.
Okay. Okay, so, we still got 3 more episodes. We got 3 more episodes. That's what I finished. But, yeah. I'll be back to finish the last 3 tomorrow night, and then I'll do my outro. And then this video will be, uploaded. So, yeah. Liar. That is what we're doing. We're gonna finish it. And I'm gonna edit it, and then hopefully it will be, uploaded. So, yay! Chronological record. Okay, I guess I can do the playlist now.
Okay, I don't know.
Okay, is it charging? Okay, yes it is.
Okay, I don't know. Since I've seen another human being. I was attacked by a nester today. I was out on the northern end of the state when I wasn't paying enough attention to my surroundings, and I ran into an Esther. He tried to maul me, and it ripped my shirt. Luckily, it didn't draw any blood. So, after the attack, I had to quickly regroup and get cleaning supplies. So, I headed for a market. Luckily, I had prepared earlier in the day, reinforcing traps and baking cookies. So when I got back after the attack, I could relax and recover while the traps did their job. But something followed me back. Come right this way. I woke up early. It was a quiet morning, so I brewed some coffee and prepped some cookies. All right, I got a pot of coffee brewing. Got a fresh cup right here. I'm gonna prep some cookies for tonight because I'm going to the northern side of the state later today, and it's a trek, and I just want something sweet for when I get home, so I'm gonna prep here. It's a super easy recipe. It's 3 ingredients, and it's absolutely delicious. I think that'll be really nice for when I get home later tonight. So the ingredients are peanut butter, sugar, and eggs. Like I said, very simple. So we're gonna do 1 cup of peanut butter.
Damn, that's some drippy peanut butter.
Next, sugar.
That's some
There
drippy
goes the
peanut
sugar.
butter.
Finally, 1 egg. Can't believe how simple this recipe is, seriously. One sec. Okay, everything's all good. Just a Nestor. Nestor at the door, but he moved on. And this is kind of like the consistency we're getting. So, next we have to roll them into balls and put them on a baking sheet. A little bit of parchment paper. Roll them into balls, just like that. Okay. Perfect. I'm gonna try some of this batter. All right, come on. So now next what I want to do is I'm going to flatten them into cookies and give them just kind of a cute little design with this flick. So I like to do a little crisscross design. It's actually a little bit easier if you smush them down first with your hands and then put the design on. Again, the design is optional. I just, I got nothing going on, so. So these are ready to go and be cooled down. And later tonight, I'm going to bake them. After prepping the cookies, I made my way north. I had seen on my map there was a clearing with various structures, some type of facility, and I wanted to see what it was.
Oh my god! What the fuck is that? Nah, I don't fuck with that. Why he look like that though? Why he look like that though? I hate that thing. I hate it.
All right, we're here at this
what the fuck
strange
is it called?
facility.
A Nestor?
So
I hate it. I fucking
wander
hate
around
it.
and see if there's anything
Shit.
here. I found this strange sculpture. I'm gonna continue to walk the grounds. Yeah, it's a cold day today. I'm looking forward to a warm fire tonight. This one right here. What is that? This is a really interesting figure here. This looks like some sort of like a colonial building that's melting. For the last couple weeks, I've been
squatting in this house. It's got, you know, running water, has a running stove, it has electricity, although I'm not really supposed to turn it on at this time. Wandering around the cities and the towns that are now vacant. I found a mall, wasn't really anything there. I found some sort of an underground corridor. That was pretty cool. Wow, look at these books. Darkest Hours. I should probably rewrite that book myself. Whoop. Hello. I'm gonna keep walking. Oh boy, I can tell you what, I'm feeling a little bit lonely today. You find a weird place like this, but you don't have anybody to kind of, you know, share it with. I really miss laughing. I laugh to myself a lot these days, but I miss the camaraderie of laughing with another person. I gotta admit, I used to have some pretty elaborate jokes. I remember as a joke, I changed my name to my father's name, Gail, and I started to, like, you know, dress like him and, you know, wear his glasses and stuff like that, and it was funny. I mean, I think he started to get really upset when I started to, like, you know, wear his pajamas and sleep in his bed, you know, make copies of his social security card. Then it got kind of, he didn't really think that was funny. Look at this. I'm gonna take a load off for a minute here. Seems like as good a place to sit as any. Found these hash browns, which sounds pretty good right about now. And they're very crunchy.
Wait, hold on.
Very filling.
What? I did not know. I did not know you could get hash browns in a fucking baggie. I didn't know they made hash brown snacks. What the fuck is that?
You know, well seasoned. I can't remember the exact brand. A lot of the supermarkets in this area still have running power, which is pretty cool. Hopefully, the generator's still working at this particular grocery store. Keeps it running, which is nice. I'm feeling a bit jumpy today because I don't know, I've been noticing a lot of folks out in the woods lately outside, at least out back.
No.
Of where I'm staying right now. They haven't really paid me any attention except for one incident. Actually, I had to burn one of these figures that was out in the back of the house. Wow, it really opens up out here. Check it out. Wow. I gotta say, I feel a little bit better being in this open space than in the closed off woods. Is this like a home that was like almost built? Got these little stools here. God, I should have brought gloves. Really not fall time anymore. I mean, it's not like early fall. I wish I kept like a calendar of days. I don't really know exactly what month it is. I'm gonna guess it could honestly be mid-December for all I know. All right, let's keep moving. What is this thing? Oh, there's a lookout. Oh, it goes to here. I can see the radio tower from here, and that's about a mile south of my house. So my house is just over those hills. I can't wait to get back. I really need to start a fire. It's freezing. Goodbye, little sculpture, statue. Look out. All right, this is our next bizarre sort of structure we have here. Hey-o. This is definitely one of the stranger structures that I found at this facility. Oh, I'm coming down. Oh, come. Paul Pierce.
Oh, he knows who Paul Pierce is? That's W.
Let it rain.
Let it rain.
Oh, God, I stink. This was a much needed fun experience. You know, things have been a little tight, a little serious lately. You know, I've been feeling a bit spooked out by
I like how he...
some of what's been going on.
I want to say right now, I really fuck with the car. I really fuck with the Carhartt beanie. I really fuck with it.
Around my house, you know.
I fuck with that Carhartt.
A lot of times it feels like you're pushed
hot.
out of a place, and I've been starting to get that feeling a little bit more and more lately. It's getting dark, so I do need to get home because I don't want to be out after dark. Things don't get better after dark. Once again, I mismanaged my time, as if I'm looking to find pain. I could feel it on my skin, and that's when it struck.
What the fuck was that? Oh my God!
And that's when it struck. There was something different about this nester, though. I kept thinking I lost him, and then I'd see him again. Usually they forget quickly, but not this one.
What the hell is that?
I was able to gain some distance between me and it.
What the fuck is that? That thing looks like... That thing looks like Shay St. John, long lost brother, if that brother turned to the dark side. What the fuck was that?
It had a very distinct sound, so I could track its distance from me on my CB radio. Next, I had to get some cleaning supplies to wash off the dirt from the attack and calm my nerves.
I mean, since they're still... He can go to us. Yeah, I was wondering who that was.
Here, baby,
Alright, I gotta be quick about this.
Wait, is this like a target or something? I don't know, maybe... I don't know, maybe you can get like since there's still power in a lot of the houses you've been to, maybe you can get like maybe you can get like a gaming system and a TV, and you can like and I don't know, you can get a controller where you can plug headphones in. That's fucking insane. Shit, I ain't gonna lie, that's insane. For the Glendale archives, that's insane. That's insane that this man is the last person on the planet. It's just him and fucking nesters, that's it. It's just him and nesters. And nesters are very bipolar. They can go from chill to aggressive in an instant. The nesters are very bipolar.
silky toner that soothes and hydrates the skin, or a soft, calming formula that nourishes and balances the skin.
And not just that, there's a good thing about this. You don't have to worry about paying for electricity, fucking the water bill, gas bill, none of that shit. You don't gotta worry about none of that shit. Because what the fuck are the Nestors gonna do? The Nestors ain't gonna make you pay taxes. They're just gonna try to fucking murder you. They ain't gonna make you pay taxes. They ain't gonna make you pay taxes, but they can definitely give you death. And oh no.
Brightening serum that boosts glow and evens your skin tone, or a silky serum with blueberry extract to nourish the skin.
Wait, was that native?
A brightening serum that...
That is native. Well, I'm glad to see that they got native in this universe.
Sure enough,
Shit.
the Nestor followed me home. I figured if he was going to keep following me, I might as well lead him home into one of my traps. I'd recently updated them and I was excited to hopefully see them work. Now, I'm not a firearm guy.
Wait, you got an AK... If you got access to an AK-47, why the fuck are you not using it as... Why are you using it as a trap instead of using it as something where you can actually fight back against them? Why are you using it as a trap instead? I mean, either way, it could work either way.
I've never really owned a gun or even...
Whoa! That man got a Glock and an AK. Does he have a shoulder strap too?
held a weapon. But I had recently come across an ammunition store.
Yo, that's Now, I ain't gonna lie, you gotta get... I know it can be heavy, but you gotta get all the ammunition you can.
And I felt my circumstances warranted it.
Shit, you can literally use the weapon on the way home. How many nesters are there? Is there like hundreds of them?
It felt great being fully stocked up. I felt safe.
Bruh, that man got a shotgun, an AR, a Uzi, and a pistol. I think that's a shotgun, or is that a marksman rifle?
And with my arsenal, I was able to rig a fully automated frontline shooting system that I could control from the comfort of my home. But in order to do that, I needed to run to a hardware store to get parts and supplies.
Oh shit!
I rigged the system using PVC pipe, mechanical swivel, connected to a small control box that lets me manually operate and automate the weapons from my home. All a nester needs to do is walk in front of the infrared center and boom. As soon as I got home, I rigged it. The next trap I'm particularly excited about because it's simple yet effective. I call it the mirror trap. The nesters towards the middle of the state are a bit more brain dead and mostly blind, unless of course an object is within a few feet of them. I learned that mirror reflections can really confuse these nesters. So I set up a series of mirrors on the front and the back lawn. If any nester catches its own reflection in one of the mirrors, it'll likely attack it. They usually get cut up and bleed out. Like I said, simple. Third and final trap throws them off my scent. I call it the sound mat. I rigged a pressure mat outside my front door and connected it to a loudspeaker a few yards from my house. If a nester steps on the mat, it triggers an alarm. The sound draws them away from the house and towards the speaker. I've also left a bunch of brand new shirts soaked in lake water underneath the speaker. The idea is to confuse the scent and keep them focused on the speaker until they hopefully forget me. With the trap set, I felt safe enough to let my guard down. While I waited for the cookies to bake, it took some time to clean myself up.
Rest and recovery, fuck yeah.
I always need to take like so much shampoo. My hair is so long. I gotta cut it myself soon. Honest conditioner. I haven't conditioned in so long, honestly. I didn't really felt the need to condition. It's like, it's just nice. Doesn't always have to be attached to somebody else touching your hair or something. I used to love like going to like a hair salon or someplace where like somebody cuts your hair and they like wash your hair and scrub your head. Gentle facial cleanser. I really like maximizing my time. So while my conditioner is working, let's work on the face. I got this bubble bath stuff, so I'm gonna put this in. I don't know how much to put in, but...
Damn, you're gonna take a shower and so you're gonna take a shower and a bath back to back? Okay.
More bubbles ain't bad, so...
All I needed is a shower.
Got a bath bomb too?
I took a shower a couple hours ago.
Oh.
I took one at like 8 p.m. It's fucking 10:20 right now.
That bath bomb is tickling me at the bottom of the tub. I hope I can get my tea. Oh, it feels so good to just wash all the dirt from the day off. I've got some things here that I'm excited to try. So I'm gonna try this. This is a face mask. H2O activated charcoal lemon juice. Deep detox. God, do I need it. Oh, that's like... Alright, well, here goes. Next I have these cucumbers. Now I'm going to take some deep breaths. In for 4, hold, out for 6. Here I go. Scrubbing my fingernails, still a lot of dirt in them. Alright, it's been 15. This mask is now home to all of my toxins.
Ladies and gentlemen, twice yearly PrEP is here. One office visit every 6 months, 2 times a year for HIV prevention.
Toxins.
I'm gonna try these hydrogel eye pads. Patented 5-day hydration complex. So it keeps my eyes hydrated for 5 days. I don't even want to know what goes into making that possible. I feel very odd. That Nestor attack today was scary. The weird thing was I knew it was coming. You can almost always feel a Nestor nearby by the way the air changes. The air will brush my skin like warm Velcro, and my body tingles like a dose of Novocaine wearing off. I've made the mistake of ignoring that feeling in the past, and it's almost got me killed every time. I think a part of me wants to pretend that things are normal and that feeling it is anything but. But training myself to notice the feeling of presence, it's the first line of defense. It's maybe one of the most important survival tactics to hone. Anyway, I've been in this bath a little too long and I'm turning into a prune, so it's been way more than 15 minutes since these flapjacks have been on, so I'm gonna get out. Before I do, I can't believe I forgot to do this. So, I got all my fun little lotions and potions over here that I'm looking forward to trying. First, I'm going to start shaving from now. I'm going to put on some of this. This is a hydrating face serum. Learning to notice Nestor's presence, by the way, is only useful with certain types. The ones further south, they tend to give themselves away earlier. They're slow though. Mostly blind unless something's right in front of them. But once you cross their radius, they react fast and without hesitation. They're taller, stronger, but they don't rush you. The thing about them. Even when you feel their presence, it doesn't mean that they're coming closer. It usually means that they've already noticed you. Running doesn't help. Running only tells them who you are. Alright, next is this moisturizer. It's gonna feel really nice over the serum. Oh. I can feel my skin just like... just drinking it up, going, thank you. I remember my mom when I was a kid, she used to make me water her flowers in the garden. She said if you listen really closely, you can hear them going, thank you. It used to kind of scare me. I was like really little when she told me that. It wasn't like a fun, cute thing, but as I got older, it was kind of funny. Eye cream. Oh, that feels really nice. My skin looks very dewy and vibrant.
He's clipping his fingernails.
I used to hate cutting my fingernails as a kid. For some reason, it always makes my fingernails feel really weird. Once you cut your fingernails and you like touch them, it's like they're like sensitive. I can never really put my finger on it and explain it to other kids. I also used to describe when you like lay on your foot and it falls asleep. They used to describe it as it feels like my foot is full of sand. People are like, what? I'm like, yeah, it feels like my foot is full of sand. And my mom was like, I don't know what to do about that.
Oh, he's filing them as well. Okay.
A little bit of rose water.
Rose water.
Now I'm gonna try this sort of like hair oily, sort of textural thing. I was amazed by that Nestor's ability to stalk and follow me today. Even when I seemingly lost him, I couldn't believe how he kept finding me. Felt like it was watching to see what I'd do next. I'm certain he's on his way to me now. He's got to be out there. And I don't know if it was the attack or just some are more capable than others and have different abilities in that way. But he was locked onto me.
Damn.
I'm gonna go check on those cookies.
After
I
I was
hope they're
finished,
done.
it was time to enjoy my cookies and do some hunting.
Come on, baby, come on, baby, come on, baby, I'm here.
I found this radio in a vacant lake house a ways back. It still works. I rigged it to the antenna on top of my house. It seems counterintuitive, but it's been luring nesters towards my house into the traps. Yeah, I figured keeps the surrounding areas safer, less nesters for when I do need to go out and get supplies.
What's up, fuckers?
Hey out there, if you're looking for companionship, do I have a deal for you? I know just the place. There's a big house on top of a hill not too far. That one nester who was following me had a very distinct sound. So if I hear him, I'll know. You hear that alarm? You hear it? One was on my front doorstep. Not today, not today. Get out of here. There he is. That's it. That's him. That is him. Well, he's coming in clear. He's got to be right outside.
He didn't even make it past the frontline system. All in all, it was a pretty intense day, but very relaxing in the end. Anyway, it's been a long day too, and I'm signing off to hit the hay. Good night.
Archivist here. Thank you for watching this log. We're continuing to restore and piece together more footage as new material keeps surfacing. As this is a private investigation, I want to extend a special thanks to our patrons who help sustain the archive. And welcome to those who've recently joined. I do my best to shape a cohesive narrative from what's available, but much of what we uncover doesn't make it to YouTube. This is where the rest of the archive live.
I've always felt alone.
Damn.
Even before all this.
What the fuck is that? Why is he so damn... Why was that one dude so damn tall?
Like I
Who
won't
was
be
that?
okay. A looming feeling like I'm constantly on the edge of a dreadful, sad existence and true happiness. And in order to protect that true happiness and evade hell, I need to fight, scratch. I feel pressure. I feel irritable. I feel overworked and misunderstood. I feel threatened by everyone. I feel alone.
I mean, I don't feel threatened by everyone, but I do feel threatened by most people. Cause shit, you never, shit, you never know, you never know, shit, you never know if they really care about you. You don't really ever know if they care about you or if they're just getting ready to grab that knife and plunge it into your back meat.
Like my life will crumble unless I grab onto it and
A lot of time.
work it around.
Alright, I'm back. So here's what I was saying. What I was saying is that shit. The only person that truly understands me is.
Oh jeez.
The only person that truly understands me is Quan.
Is an act of violence.
Oh jeez. Words are violent.
Explain why misgendering
And
is
honestly,
an act of violence.
anyone that is Quan, honestly,
Words are violent.
anyone that
Explain why
says, even
misgendering
if
is
it's like, even if it's the homie that lives with me, that lives with us, when he says that he understands me, I just laugh. Because like, the truth is that he doesn't. He thinks he does, but he really doesn't. But you know, that's fine. Because I don't truly know him either. Neither one of us truly knows each other. We don't truly understand each other. I've never acted like I understood him. I really don't understand a lot of the shit he's done in his life and a lot of his philosophies. I don't understand. And honestly, I don't want to understand. I really don't care. But that's just how I feel. That's just me personally.
Checking account and start earning U.S. Bank Smart Rewards.
Work it around. If not me, who else will? I think I feel alone because I was never willing to share the burden. You know, I had girlfriends, family, friends, a recovery network. And while I may be alone in my specific personal endeavors, I was not alone in the struggle of life because everyone in my circle struggled with life. They all had desires, fears, and disappointments and successes. They understand the feeling around all of this. Again, maybe not as it relates to my specific aspirations, but in their own subgroups of life. I could have shared all of this with them. I could be the biggest success or the biggest failure, and they'll always be with me. If only I let them in.
Yeah, but yeah, like in terms of people that are still living right now and the fact that I'm living still, I think Quan is probably the only person that's ever gonna truly understand me. And you know, that's perfectly fine. I can live with that. I can live with that. I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. Because here's what people need to understand. I'm such a complex person. I'm a really complex person. It's not shit. I mean shit. I mean shit. It's not shit. It's not easy. It's difficult to truly earn my trust. It's really fucking difficult. And it's also kind of hard for me to earn other people's trust. But you know, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. Like, Quan is probably the only person that will ever truly understand me. And I've said this before, I can live with that. I'm perfectly fine with that. Because here's the thing, like with my family and stuff, they understand me, but they don't understand me entirely. Because they've only witnessed stuff on the outside and witnessed the stuff that I decide to talk about. That I'm either talking to them or they're just things that they can overhear because I'm talking to myself. But there's a decent amount of things that I just won't talk about. Unless I'm talking to Quan or myself about. There's certain things that I won't talk about. Shit, and the reason why that is, and the reason why that is because like, the reason why that is because I just. The reason why that is because like, because it's very difficult to put into words. They're not really stuff that you can describe with words. They're just feelings. They're just feelings and experiences and stuff. And I don't really know how to put them into words. I haven't fully processed them. I'm still trying to figure out like everything that fucking led up to that point, what happened in the aftermath. I'm still trying to pick up the pieces with some of that stuff. I'm trying to still pick up the pieces. So yeah.
I was not alone.
Of course you
weren't. But I
weren't.
chose to keep them shut out. And now I feel alone. Deeply. You can share what's happening. It's never gonna feel like the perfect time with some people, but saying, you know, I had this thing not work out and I'm just feeling sad. Or I'm having fear about something and I just want to honor those emotions and share them with someone because it helps me feel less alone. I know I can't fix it right now, but I just need to be heard. I know I can't fix it right now, but I just need to be heard. But I always had this paranoia. This paranoia that this world wants to see me fail. That it only wants me to get vulnerable so it can use it against me. You know, this world does not want me to succeed.
That's why I'm not vulnerable. That's why I'm not vulnerable when it comes to most human beings. That's why I don't ask people. That's why I don't ask people for favors. That's why I don't ask people for help. That's why I don't ask most people for help. That's why I don't ask them for favors. That's why I try my best not to show any vulnerability around them. The reason why is because I know that they're going to try to use it against me. And they're going to try to use it as a weapon. They're going to try to use it as a weapon. And they're going to try to like say stuff, like they're gonna try to use terms, like they're gonna try to say stuff like, oh, you get emotional when you actually talk about your feelings, you're not a real man. And it's like, first of all, fuck you. Second of all, what the fuck does that even mean? What the fuck is a real man? What is that? What the fuck is a real man? What is that? What is a real man supposed to just keep everything fucking bottled up until it fucking explodes? Because that's what my father did, and look what happened to him. He fucking did that shit. Cause the military taught him that shit, and look what happened to him. Look where he ended up. He's not here with us anymore. You want to know why? You want to know why? You want to know why? Because he made the decision. He made the decision to give up, and by the time he tried to get help, it was already too late. The damage to his heart, his organs, his limbs, the shit was already done. And there was no way he was coming back from that. It was over. Like, it was the same thing with Isaiah and Ian. Like, both of them bottled shit up, and look what happened. Look what happened. One of them fucking overdosed on drugs, and the other one fucking took a shotgun and blew his fucking head off. And I'm trying not to get emotional, but I hate when people try to say that you're not a real man. What the fuck is a real man? What even is that? Is this someone that bottles shit up? Is this someone that does everything they're fucking told? Is this someone that isn't fucking rebellious? Is it someone that will do whatever it takes to fucking get fame and wealth and all this other shit? And even if they end up throwing their own families underneath the fucking bus? Is that what that shit's supposed to really be? Because I don't think that's what it's really supposed to be. A real man is, to me, a real man is someone who takes care of his responsibilities, talks about his feelings and how he's feeling. And no one can tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about, because I was one of those people that bottled shit up. And look what happened. I tried to take my own life twice. That's where that shit got me. That shit nearly got me in the fucking grave. So anyone that tells me, anyone that tries to tell me that I'm not a real man, and try to tell me that I'm not a real man, and that I'm a punk, and I'm some bitch, and I'm some fucking pushover, fuck you. And another thing, if you really feel that way, then come test me then. I guarantee it ain't gonna end well for you. Fucking cocksucking motherfuckers. Fuck all the people that say that. I hope all y'all motherfuckers die. Real shit.
Because for me to succeed pulls me away from playing the game. And everybody wants you to just shut up and play the game too, because then they can feel good about playing. It distracts them from the emptiness of it all. You know, don't go after your dreams. It's not practical. Get a good job working for someone else. Take a vacation once a year. Marry.
And that's another thing that I say. You shouldn't bottle shit up. Because my pops did that, and look what happened to him. He's literally on the shelf of a fucking china cabinet, and all that's left of him is memories and ashes. And fucking pictures, and all this other shit. So, sorry, I got on the whole rant. I got distracted. I went on the whole rant. Let's continue the video.
Young, get a hobby. This is as good as it gets.
I have multiple hobbies. Well, actually, I have some hobbies and some passions.
People, this feeling like if I failed, then they get more of what they want from me. So I keep my life quiet. Only sharing superficialities, lightly brushing my fears with a smile on my face when really I am a knight covered in rusty armor, pulling my helmet close so nobody can see my welling eyes. Yeah, maybe I'm just projecting. Maybe I wanted to take from others, so I'm paranoid. My inner world has become what I see in the outer world. I block and I try and manage what everybody knows around me and doesn't know so that I can control the narrative of my life. And that's where I go wrong, because what I'm really afraid of is life having its way with me. You know, deep down, I know I'm not in control. I know all these things that I'm trying to keep away are life molding me. And what if I don't like what life molds me into?
Cause we got
You know, I always
this video
heard
and then
people
we
say
got
about
one
their
more.
life, you know, I had no idea I was going to end up where I ended up. And that scares me. I want to know. I want proof from life that I'm going to be okay with what it does with me. I feel like I should have a say. It's my life.
Ah, the delicious sound of yes.
Eggo waffles.
But it's not. And I know it. Whatever this is was given to me. I didn't create it.
You gotta do with what you
And
got.
there's too much chaos in this world to dictate where it's headed.
You gotta play the cards you were dealt. You gotta take advantage of
I
that.
have control of so little. Some days I fight it. Other days I check out completely. Hide. As if I can pause life.
You can't pause life.
And I come out and I try again.
It's gonna keep going regardless.
And I get eaten up and spit out one more time. I'm always pausing to lick the wounds I received, trying to continually fight a monster. Anyway.
This was a really good episode. I went on like a couple of rants like that. I ain't gonna lie, that shit really got in my feels because I ain't gonna lie, I somewhat relate to what he was saying. About feeling alone, not really wanting to talk to people about, not really wanting to talk to most people about your problems and showing vulnerability because they can use that against you and stuff like that. I somewhat relate to what he's saying. I really do. I somewhat relate to what he's saying. My situation is that like, I ain't gonna lie, I've already told y'all this before, and I'm not joking when I say this. I literally have demons in me. I'm not joking. I literally have some remnants of demonic energy. I do. And you know why? Because I allowed it. I somewhat allowed it. Cause you know what? Cause I ain't gonna lie. Here's the thing. I'm not hateful just to be hateful. I'm not angry just to be angry. I'm not passionate just to be passionate. I have good reasons for why I'm angry I have reasons for why I'm angry, and I carry a lot of hatred, and I have some remnants of bitterness. I feel like I have every right to feel the way I feel. Because let's start with the bitterness thing. Number one, the reason why I am a little bit bitter, here's what I'm bitter about. I'm bitter about the fact that murderers get that. I'm not talking about innocent ones. I'm talking about vigilante murderers. It makes me bitter that they get way more time than someone who rapes or sticks their dick or molests a child. That's one of the things that I'm bitter about. I'm bitter because it's bullshit. It's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair. Why the fuck should someone get punished for doing the right thing? Because most of the time rehabilitating them doesn't fucking work. I mean, it could work for a little bit, but there's gonna be something that triggers them, and then they're gonna go right back to doing the same shit, if not worse. So I don't see an issue with just killing them and getting it over with. I don't see an issue with that. And you know, I really don't care if you call me evil for that. I really don't care. It's just how I feel. The reason why I'm angry is because there is stuff that people did to me in my life that I didn't have enough courage at the time to make them pay for. And I'm not talking about no petty shit. I'm talking about some serious things. Like, for example, the person who stabbed me, the person who held me at gunpoint, the person who molested me. Like, I never built up the courage to get my revenge. Another thing, I was never able to get my revenge towards the dude that embarrassed me in front of the entire school when we got into a fight. I never got revenge for that either. Because I didn't have enough courage at the time. But yeah. And I've already said this before. If he ever watches this video, back during like sophomore year, when I said I was scared of you, I lied. The reason I did that is because I wanted you to feel like you had power over me. But you really didn't though. But you know, it's fine. And y'all probably know who I'm talking about. Because I've talked about it a few times. Yeah. And the reason why I have hatred, because I hate most human beings. Because most human beings are pieces of shit. Because they be raping people, they be molesting people, they be kidnapping children, they be doing fucking, they be murdering innocent people. They be fucking cutting fetuses out of people's stomach. And all types of shit. Like, there's just a shit ton of things that these humans be doing. And on top of that, not only do they feel proud of it, but they don't really feel any type of fucking guilt. And a lot of them, and most of them, if they get the right opportunity, they will laugh in your face and mock you. Like, I believe most human beings are pieces of shit. I feel like most of them deserve to die. That's truly how I feel. Because I fucking hate most people because of what most of them have done. And I be seeing, like, people talking about it on fucking videos and shit. Like, man, that shit is fucking whack as hell. But, yeah.
Archivist here. Thank you for watching this log. We're continuing to restore and piece together more footage as new material keeps surfacing. As this is a private investigation, I want to extend a special thanks to our patrons who help sustain the archive. And welcome to those who've recently joined.
She looks good. And this is the last video. For now. This is the last video for now. This video was released almost a month ago.
A couple days ago, I decided to head south down the coast. Not only have my previous efforts to find other people failed, I was feeling cooped up in Big House.
Wait, you don't think I'd already thought of that? Of course I'd want some furniture in here. Well, I don't have the manpower. I'm here by myself. What are you gonna do? Jump out of the little box and come help me? I hear you. I know you're the captain. No, just shut up, please. Please, I've heard you 100 times. Please just. I'm sorry.
So I did what anyone else would do when they're stressed. Go on vacation. I also needed to leave for a while because I think some nesters were beginning to suspect I...
Wait, hold on. Hold on. Could he find someone to get a boat and like a truck? Can he attach like the boat to the truck and then he can like go on like a little cruise? Wait, because here's what's confusing me. Not only is he the only human that is living, but you're telling me there's no animals either? No cats, no dogs, no birds, no sharks, no dolphins, no seals, no penguins, none of that?
was inside the house.
This is fucking weird as hell. What is happening? Hi!
I decided to go to my family's old vacation spot down the coast. As a kid, it was a safe haven for me. I didn't need a car, no tall buildings. The water was warmer than the air. I think being in my childhood home all alone has made me long for my people even more. Part of me even wonders if this is my house. If me and my siblings were ever really there. There's evidence of me being there, but it's always with a caveat, like the names me and my childhood friends etched in wood don't look the same.
Right there.
Home movies that I dug out of the ceiling are all scrambled. And I'll retrieve things from my childhood, only to keep misplacing them around the house. It was all getting to me. My plan was to come here, stay where we used to stay, go where we used to go, do what we used to do. I needed something familiar, so I packed up and left. But somewhere along the way, a relaxing weekend got swallowed whole by this world.
Wait, here's something I wonder. I wonder if nesters can swim. I don't know if they can swim. I know I can't fucking swim. But maybe they can. What would they even look like? What would they even look like? A nester swimming. What would they even look like?
I was excited the day I left. I packed mostly everything I used to as a kid. Okay, first I'm gonna bring my handgun. I carry this with me when I travel. It's light, but it fires heavy. I like the feel of the matte black finish and how it grips. It's simple, accurate, point, shoot. I only use it for desperate measures because the sound can attract other nesters. Second, I need sound makers, which is just basically empty cans and loose change. This will distract nesters and deter them if I get cornered. And of course, I never left for a vacation without my N64. I'm gonna bring GoldenEye, Mario Kart, Smash. Also gonna bring some VHS tapes and some other movies. It's a beautiful day. I'm really happy. I think I've made it through the harshest of the winter.
But
I've
the
had
plants
this
are
N64
still.
for 20 years now. It's one of the oldest things that I own. Dates all the way back to when I was 9 years old. Wow.
One plan, one price. Introducing Simplicity from Verizon.
Is that?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask.
That is so rude. Don't bother her.
I gotta ask. Hi.
Wow. I remember I changed schools that year because the previous school's curriculum was moving too fast, and I was diagnosed with a learning disability. They put me on these weird meds that were meant to help me focus, but all they really did was take away my appetite and dehydrate me. I was the new kid, so I was bullied a lot at this new school. It was literally a 1.5 year period where I had no friends, I was malnourished, and I was bullied. And to be honest, I think my parents thought I was making it all up. So I didn't feel safe at home. I didn't feel safe at school, which are the two places a kid spends most of their time. So I never felt safe. I used to fake being sick all the time because I was terrified to go to school. I'd make fake throw up, try and convince my parents I was sick. I remember one day I tried adding mouthwash because I thought it would give the throw up an off color. My dad took one whiff, smelled the mouthwash, and he knew it was fake. I was going to school. I remember kicking and screaming, and I'll never forget, one day it snowed really bad, and both me and my brother got a snow day. I was so excited. My brother and I got up really early. We made 007 movies in the snow with the family camcorder. We'd fight over who was going to play James Bond and who was going to play the villain. And we played on this N64 all day. Nothing has ever...
Fun fact, I used to have a Nintendo 64. I had Pokemon Stadium, I had Pokemon Snapped. I'm pretty sure I had NWO versus the World. And I had a couple of other games too. I used to have an N64, real shit. Those were some fun times.
I'm close to the relief that I felt that day. No school, no bullies, no adults, no lying my way into staying home. Just me and my brother in a warm basement. Snow falling outside.
I express myself in different ways.
Playing this N64. With the dread of the day ending stalking me constantly. I was reluctant to go outside that day. The radio kept insisting something was out there and I didn't want to think about it. I've seen it in the woods behind my house. Doesn't look like the other nesters. I watched it slip past one of my traps like it understood it. I don't know if it's seen me, but if it has, I can't shake the feeling that I won't be okay. All I know is it's out there.
Whoa!
Wandering. Look at this Reddleberry cabbage patch. You can make a salad with this summer. It's delicious, super crunchy. There's gonna be no shortage of Reddleberry cabbage. It grows all summer. So this is the stream I'm following. It doesn't look like it now, but the stream will turn into a river, and then that river leads out into the ocean. There are some other maps that are left behind. I see them chiseled on trees, things like that, but it could very well be a nester, a mid-stage nester, just trying to lure you someplace very dangerous.
What the fuck
I had
is
already
that?
made it miles from Big House. I just needed to clear past the pit by sundown. And then the next stop was my vacation zone. The pit is a natural depression in the earth, also known as a basin. Steep inclines on all sides. Nesters fall into it and can't get out. So it's basically a big pit full of hundreds of nesters. It's hard to see at night, so I needed to make sure I cleared it during the day. Along the way, I decided to make a few pit stops. First, the market.
Did they got Andy's hot fries? Yo! Fanta,
The second stop was
yo!
less about necessity and more about fulfilling a dream I'd carried with me since childhood. It was all mine.
Sweet. Oh, baby.
Pretty nice. I think I'm gonna take this one.
Muscle milk with a new great taste.
Muscle milk.
Made with real ultra-filtered milk and no artificial sweeteners, flavors, or added colors.
Don't ghost your credit card payments. Paying your bill on time every month can help you raise your credit score. Establish credit with the Chase Freedom Rise credit card. Learn more at chase.com/rise.
It was getting late, so I needed to make some serious headway. I knew I was getting closer because the trees got fewer and farther between. Eventually, I saw the water in the town I once knew. I wasted no time. I ran straight for the ocean.
God, this is so beautiful. That is where I'll be staying tonight.
After letting the ocean drown out my thoughts for a while, I headed into town. When we were kids, we'd spend mornings running through these alleys before grabbing stacks of pancakes at King's Cottage. Later, I'd meet my grandpa at a little corner store where he'd sip coffee while I drank cold orange soda. The memories were all rushing back to me. By the time I made it to our hotel, it was getting dark. I needed to make sure the hotel was empty.
Damn. The fuck? Oh, that was a picture. I was like, what?
Luckily, hotels have kind of a built-in security system. Endless rooms. There's over 100 rooms in this place. Even if a nester did wander in, it would know where to look or how to find me. The chances of it stumbling upon this room are slim, so for now, I feel safe.
Look everywhere. Make sure, look under the bed, in the closets, the wardrobe, everything. Damn, that's a shiny ass bathroom.
All right, I think we're safe. Let me show you the setup. We've got GoldenEye up right now on the TV. Great game. 006 is a lying, stealing bastard. Don't believe a word he says. We got Mario Kart. Yes! We got Smash Bros. This hand used to freak me out so much. We got The World Is Not Enough, underrated, I think. Got a little Fanta right here, pineapple, best. We got Fruity Pebbles, a bunch of other snacks over here, and a few of my favorite movies that I brought from home, doing pretty good.
Okay, the thing is, I ain't gonna lie, the thing is pretty good.
Yeah, I'm eating my weight in sugar tonight. Cheers.
New Briar Sunday Swirls. Our classic vanilla, now loaded with brownies and chocolate sauce. This is how you Sunday.
The musical game is back! Love Island 2026!
We've got a squad of worldies and a bench full of bombshells.
Who's got zero game and who'll go all the way?
Love Island.
Man, this is exactly what I needed. I was so pent up at Big House. I just needed to get free and get out, just to enjoy myself. It's amazing what laughter and playing can do for the soul. Doing things without a purpose, just to enjoy the feeling of doing something. Something that needs no right outcome.
Yeah.
It calms the inner world to do that.
Okay, so he has...
I remember I used to get home from work and I'd sit on my sofa, binge a show, get some takeout, and by the end of the night, I just felt more tired.
It wasn't rest. I needed playfulness, laughter. All the things I lost over the years. Watching a movie before bed, but my eyes are getting heavy, so I think I'm gonna hit the hay. Tomorrow should be fun. I'm gonna explore the town some, hit the boardwalk. I'm glad to be here. It was a good night. Anyway, good night.
Watch him get woken up. Oh, never mind. Oh, he didn't get woken up, but he woke up in the morning. Good shit. Yeah. Yeah, I see the water. I know a shallow to my father. Yet I know in life sometimes it gets harder. Yeah, but you gotta think smarter. And I know and then just like press a button. Just do assumptions. And don't turn into nothing. Why the hell you bluffing?
This breakfast is
Sorry.
perfect, if I do say so myself. I love making like a bacon and egg sandwich. Some of the egg. Throw some bacon on. Some toast on top.
Ooh! Oh, he made a sandwich. Yeah! Pancakes. He made a
Crispy
cake.
potatoes.
He made a pancake. He made a pancake sandwich with
coffee.
eggs,
Tastes phenomenal.
bacon, and sausage. W.
I know it sounds crazy, but it tastes infused with like mocha and cherries. It's nice to have a whole hotel kitchen to yourself. Cook up a nice breakfast. There is one nester outside that I can see. He seems dormant and sort of lost, so I'm not too worried about him. I don't think he's noticed me. Reminds me a lot of the room we stayed in when we were kids. You know, we had the 2 beds. Parents slept in this bed, and then all my brother and my sister jam-packed into this bed over here. Fortunately, we had to stop coming to this hotel because it got so expensive, you know. When we were growing up, it was affordable for my parents to take me, my brothers and sisters, on a vacation here for like a week, but a couple celebrities stayed here, and the prices went way up, and we just couldn't afford it anymore, so luckily, there's no bill. I'm a full man. I'm gonna get ready. Hit the town.
He can sing! Oh!
Now everything's gone so long, and I would never dare to call someone. I'm sitting here praying for a memory, laying it a break or fall. And I can see our silhouettes, they run away inside my head. Can you remember us like that? Not where we are, but where we've been. Now we're strangers again.
Oh!
Just like we were on this end.
My new evil phone company will have the most confusing pricing and plans of all time. Who would join that? With
Bruh, that dude can fucking sing. Holy shit. He was hitting them notes. I don't go why. He was hitting them shits.
This nester has been sort of lurking and inconveniencing my path. I don't think it's seen me.
Ooh, mirror maze.
I'm gonna use a noisemaker to draw some attention.
What the fuck is that? Who is that gentleman? Is that a nester? Who is that gentleman? Watch that man appear right behind him. Oh my god. He's like, ah! Hell nah. Wowies? Okay, W Wowies. Wait, is there an actual place called Wowies? I've never had it before. I've had Willies, but not no Wowies. Fuck is that? Alright, y'all, hold on. I'll be right back. Fucking Lily's being a fucking diva. I'll be right back. Back, y'all.
This nester has been sort of lurking and inconveniencing my path.
Where is he?
I don't think it's seen me, but I'm gonna use a noisemaker to draw some attention.
This is the emptiest I've ever seen this boardwalk. So I'm just sitting here for a moment.
This is bringing back a lot of memories for me, but as expected, this place is completely deserted. Aside from a few nesters here and there, most of them caught a few on the boardwalk. I don't know, I'm feeling bittersweet right now. You know, a sadness and a bit of a joy and nostalgia. So when I was a kid on vacation, my parents would always take us to this candy store and give us a $5 spending limit. I snuck into that candy store and grabbed one of my favorite candies, saltwater taffy. It's a little hard, but other than that, it's just like I remember. You know, I was always embarrassed to admit it to people, but I really do feel stuck in the past. It's not like I was Mr. Popular in high school. It's not like a peaking too early thing, but I just miss it.
What does ramen have to do with establishing credit? Make everyday purchases, like noodles, on a credit card and pay it off in full every month to up your score. Establish credit with the Chase Freedom Rise credit card. Learn more at chase.com/rise.
I'm gonna have to fucking edit this video.
Thing, but I just miss it. I miss having no responsibility, freeze-dried hopes and dreams that I could enjoy the wonder of without the scary journey it takes to actually get there. I felt so sure of what I wanted back then. I walked around like I already had it. Like it was gonna be easy. Like the world was mine. I remember the first moment that evaporated, and everything was replaced with fear, worry. It was the very last day of high school. I'd stayed late. And when I came outside, the parking lot was completely empty. All my classmates' cars were gone. I wondered where all my friends were, you know. Up until then, I always knew. I could knock on the door of the house, and there they were. If not there, maybe the chains behind the school smoking pot, maybe the dugout. I could always, with some degree of certainty, know where they were. But when the summer ends and we all go off to college and move away, I won't know where they are anymore.
They're probably
They're
dead,
doing
or
what
they're
with.
nesters. They're probably either
Their
dead or they
lives
got
will
turned into
expand
nesters.
past this 2-mile radius. Things will be different. I remember walking around the empty parking lot that day. It felt like a cavern opened up in my chest. And a loneliness that had been waiting for years to prey on me got loose. From that moment on, I felt I felt desperate for my friends. I felt desperate for life to stay the same. I used to dig my fingers into the earth as if I could stop it from turning. I would hear my friends speak of those younger years as if they were a prison. You know, I'd laugh and I'd agree because I was embarrassed. Embarrassed I felt differently. Embarrassed that I couldn't move on. I was embarrassed that I missed them so much. I felt weak to miss. Whoever had the least amount of feelings had the most amount of respect. I wanted to shake my friends and say, did it mean nothing to you? Are you not terrified of where we're going? Of what'll happen to our friendship? Their disdain for our coming of age felt like a spit in the face. It took me years to move on, and honestly, I don't think I ever truly will grieve the loss of that time. Maybe I'm not supposed to. Maybe everybody's meant to have their empty parking lot. But and then I heard it. Do you hear that? A siren began sounding in the distance.
Max Pizza.
I don't know what that sound was. I haven't heard anything of that magnitude ever. I went to search the beach. Maybe it was just an emergency siren malfunctioning, or maybe it was someone trying to reach me. I found nothing except I saw a nester. It stopped wandering once it saw me and went dormant, swaying, peaceful. Part of me felt jealous of its tranquility. On the way back to town, I decided to distract myself and stop at the old movie theater, just like we used to.
Holy shit. I've been fucking recording for... I don't even know. Well, unedited, I recorded for like an hour and a half last night. I record for like an hour and a half
Alright, I just checked
unedited.
the theater and it's empty, so I think I'm gonna check the projector room and see if I can turn this movie on. I tried to focus on the movie, but all I could think about was the siren. When I got back to town, I felt restless, so I took a stroll. As the day came to a close, I felt sadness. The same sadness I used to feel at the end of a summer, knowing another year was coming and a new monster was on the way. There it is again. Where is that coming from?
I don't know what you need to do. What you need to do is you need to put...
Okay, alright. I'm making an executive decision here. I gotta go look for it. I know it's nighttime. I don't care. I can't risk missing this again. I mean, I don't know if that's a broken siren or if it's, you know, someone trying to make contact. Unfortunately, I had left my radio on the night before and I realized too late that the batteries had died, so I couldn't track anything with it. I heard it coming from the beach.
Nah, don't do it. It's a trap. Don't do it. It's a trap. Don't do it. What the fuck is that? Nah, 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 nah. Stop, 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 stop. Holy shit. What was that? Nah, I think that thing followed you. Real shit. Don't just ignore that. How did it... Nah, it's in your room. It's in there. Oh my gosh. No, stop. 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 What the fuck? Nah! Nah, it might be under the bed, real shit. Or maybe it's in the closet. It might be under the bed, real shit. Oh my gosh. Oh! Watch, someone's behind it. Allah, Allah! Oh my gosh. He's shaking. He's shaking. Oh no. Stop. Nah, man. Nah, it might be under the bed. Oh my. Nah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready for this. Nah. I don't know if I can do this shit. Stop. Stop. No, look under the bed! What the fuck are you doing? Close that fucking door, you dumbass. You're being stupid
Do
now.
parents
You're
cover
being
kids' eyes to
dumb.
protect them?
Uh-oh, that's a scary part.
Or to see...
You're being dumb now. What the fuck are you doing? Your door was creaked open when you closed it. Someone was in that bitch. Someone was or is in that bitch. Your door was literally creaked open and you literally saw your Nintendo 64 controller in the hotel hallway. Look under the fucking bed. Pick that fucking gun back up, nigga. What the fuck are you doing? Oh my gosh. Nah, I can't. What is that? What's that? What's that? What's that? What is that? What's that? What's that? Oh my god! Bruh, he damn! He beat that nigga to death with a Nintendo 64 console. That's embarrassing. I'm gonna be honest. That's kind of embarrassing. How the fuck do you get beat to death by a gaming console? How do you let someone beat you to death with a gaming console? That Nestor weak as fuck. I'm glad he survived though. Good shit. Wow. You broke your fucking console. You're an idiot. I mean, you could fix it, but how the fuck are you gonna fix it?
I decided to end my vacation early. Head back to Big House. More will be coming.
Damn! That's fucking insane. That's crazy. Damn, that means he has no more entertainment. At least when it comes to gaming, he has no more entertainment. Unless you're gonna go to a store and get like an Xbox One or some shit. Damn, he buried his console and his controller. Did you bury the games too? Or are you keeping those? I'm guessing he's keeping those.
Hey team, Archivist here. Thank you for watching these logs. Currently speaking to you from an upstate New York dig site where we just uncovered a new batch of tape.
A new batch of tapes, you say? Y'all, this is fucking insane. But yeah, y'all, I think that's enough. We've watched everything that this series has to offer. So I think I'm done for now. I think I'm done. Baby. I gotta go do responsibilities and shit anyway. So yeah, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Not just that, I gotta edit this bitch too. But so it's not too long. But yeah, y'all. I hope y'all enjoy the video. Y'all can do anything y'all put your minds to. I believe in you. I love y'all so much, and I'll see y'all in the next video or stream or whatever. Love y'all. Peace. Love.